Aramore is a leading longevity science company that launched a breakthrough skin health product that was focused on leveraging the power of NAD+. Their first of a kind skincare and supplement system promotes both skin health and longevity, but interestingly, from the inside out, starting at the cellular level. So, Aramore's NAD Plus Cell Energizing Lotion is based on a breakthrough discovery from co founder Anna Mandinova, who's a top stem cell scientist from Harvard. This clinically proven treatment contains a proprietary NAD Plus complex that improves the appearance of lines and wrinkles and skin firmness and texture by reversing skin aging at the cellular level and boosting the metabolism of each skin cell to preserve the strength, integrity, and radiance of younger skin. So to find out more, I'm joined by Aramore, by team co-founders Serena El Maria and Diana Saville, who is also head of research, together with CEO Erin Costa. So welcome, guys. Lovely to see you today.
Great to see you.
Great to be here. Nice to be here.
Great. And Serena, if I can maybe just start with you. I mean, we hear a lot about anti-aging and skin therapies, and there's a lot of interesting science happening in the space now. So what does skin longevity mean? How does it differ from regular skincare?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you touched on that even with your introduction. The idea of skin longevity is really a movement in terms of trying to invest in overall skin health. Right. So traditional skincare has focused primarily on trying to spot correct areas where we've accumulated damage or dysfunction in our skin. And that is, I would say it's definitely, an important goal. It's a lofty goal to try to, correct these signs of aging. But skin longevity and investing in skin longevity is really trying to address the building blocks of your skin health. So that means your skin integrity, your skin function, and kind of reaffirming that goal and doing everything you need to do to improve the overall health and function of your skin. And when you do that, you actually start to target and really in some ways reverse those signs of aging.
So interestingly, you're talking about from the cellular level, from inside to the outside effectively, but presumably this is a topical treatment that we're talking about.
Well, it's really a combination of both. And that's actually one of the reasons that we're different from other skincare systems, right? So we are not just trying to go about this topically. Certainly we are, because we've got a great access point there. We're trying to deliver the nutrients, the building blocks, and the ability to kind of energize your cells from external delivery through the skin, but we're also trying to do it intrinsically by working with the body, with the gut and the epithelia, your gut epithelium, to provide nutrition and some of those building blocks as well. So really, for any organ to function well, you need to think of it holistically. And that's what we're trying to do with our skincare system.
Okay, so maybe you could tell me a little bit more about the multiple pathways of skin aging and why it's important to treat these from internal causes.
Right. So when we think about aging in general, right, there's chronologic aging, which is the aging that's kind of intrinsic to the cell. It's genetic in a way, right? That's your mitochondrial senescence, the dysfunction, the inability to really be a powerhouse, for the cell. We've got aspects of, oxidative stress within the cell. These are aging the cell naturally and chronologically. So that's going to happen in everybody. But then there are also with the skin, there are these unique factors that are extrinsic, and they are, sun damage, UV, even smoking, other environmental toxins, things that are then accelerating that aging process. And so what we're trying to do, again, both through just internal, nutrition, through our supplementation, but also extrinsically, we're trying to hone in on those building blocks. So we're looking at aspects of natural cell aging and trying to reduce cellular senescence. That, again, as you said, is through our NAD plus complex. But we are also trying to address the other factors that contribute to that accelerated aging, such as inflammation, additional sources of oxidative stress, unique to the skin, the hydration of that epithelial barrier, your epidermis, as well as trying to really, again, focus in on the cellular level of being able to promote the health and the energy and really the vitality of any individual cell.
So, following on from that, obviously, we've learned a lot about the groundbreaking research from Anna Mandanova. So, why is NAD so beneficial to skin health, and how has Anna's work fed into the Aramore research programs?
So Anna has done extensive research over really decades to try to characterize aspects of normal aging of the epidermis and the skin, as well as extrinsic factors that lead to dysfunction. So whether that be the inability of the epidermis to renew normally, to form an appropriate barrier, to mature appropriately, or factors that actually accelerate cancer, right? So in Anna's work, what she essentially found was that NAD plus is a critical factor towards promoting that overall ability to kind of clean out senescent cells, or what we like to refer to, is those zombie cells. They're not really adding to the integrity, the renewal ability or renewal potential of your skin. And without that, you don't have a solid barrier or a protective barrier. What Anna has really worked on is trying to figure out what are the factors. How does NAD get into the cell? How is it most effectively incorporated? What levels do you need and what cofactors do you need to be able to promote that regenerative potential that really reinforces the skin function and the skin structure? And that's what we've tried to be able to, build on her findings in those areas.
So, if I could turn to you now, Diana, what is the difference? Why isn't it topical skincare alone that's really enough these days?
Right. So if you're interested in optimizing skin health and longevity, you want to focus on what's happening beneath the surface as well. Serena talked about all of these pathways of aging that are occurring. They're occurring in every cell of the body, not just in the skin surface. So while creams and serums can be effective, they're not going to penetrate beneath that surface. So it's really just addressing a very small picture of what's going on. So I could start just by addressing this concept of nutritional intake. One of the best ways to get longevity supporting compounds into your body, the vitamins, the fatty acids, even the collagen into your system is through the food that you eat. So I'll always say that healthy nutrition, along with sunscreen, getting good sleep, is your first line of defense for healthy aging. But there are some incredibly effective longevity promoting compounds that you cannot get easily through your diet. And that's where supplements start to become interesting. These are naturally occurring compounds that they occur in very small amounts in dietary food. So I'll give you an example. One of the ingredients in our supplement product is called coenzyme Q10. It's actually been around in K-beauty for a while, but as a supplement, using it at something like 50 milligrams, a clinically effective amount, you'd have to consume 5 servings of beef heart every day to get that, or 25 servings of pork if you're a vegetarian, 50 servings of spinach. Pescatarian, you can eat 9 servings of mackerel. That's going to have interesting impacts on your breath. So really to get this amount of coenzyme Q10, supplements become interesting. And I really come at this as having, starting out this project, I was a complete supplement skeptic. I think that's why they recruited me to be on this team. My work was in dietary disease prevention. We made guidance for the White House, research on foods impacting population health, identifying bioactive compounds and what kind of health benefits they have. My whole thing about supplements was this question of bioavailability. Is it actually being absorbed and used by the body? Dosing. So many supplements have laughable, tiny, tiny amounts of the star ingredient that's supposed to help people, but you need the amount that's used in these clinical studies with human beings. You need to use that amount in the supplement. And then lack of data with human beings. So ingredients really matter. The amount of data and good data with real randomized controlled trials, clinical studies in human beings really matters in terms of deciding what to put in your body. And I have a few other examples really of why topicals are not enough. A very simple point I could make is just about whole body skincare. So typically topical products, usually you're making a bit of an investment to buy a high-end topical product. Typically you're applying that on your face and on your neck. Aging is actually happening on all of the skin of the body, right? So you have a lot of folks who complain as they get into their 40s and beyond about their arms and their legs and this crepey thinning of their skin. So with a supplement, you could get a systemic boost of these critical longevity promoting ingredients. delivered via your bloodstream to actually really not just all the skin of your body, but all the cells of your body. And so that's just a few of the reasons why I think you can go beyond topicals to address skin longevity.
Yeah, it's a fascinating combination approach, and I guess that Aramore leverages the power of nature. So there are natural compounds, obviously, in your products. So, what products, compounds, do you feel that people should know about when it comes to skin longevity and longevity in general? You mentioned CoQ10. Are there any others?
Yes, so we actually spent multiple years looking at thousands of compounds, natural compound databases through Ayurvedic medicine, Western medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, libraries, clinical trials, filtering for these concepts, these criticisms I had before, like bioavailability, potency, rarity, synergy. So if I had just a few to talk about, just to give you the full detail on coenzyme Q10, which really is something you're better off getting in a supplement. This is like a Swiss Army knife longevity compound. It is well studied, not just for skin benefits, as it's been a K-beauty staple, but also for metabolic health. So here's what I can tell you, not just as a cream, but in a supplement form, CoQ10 can boost your collagen and elastin production. In clinical studies with human beings, this ingredient can reduce wrinkles and micro relief lines, not just, this is very important, not just what users report and what they feel they see, but actually taking real measurements of the amount of micro relief lines using things like advanced photography to really discern that over time. It improves skin smoothness. It improves seasonal loss of elasticity of the skin. So in the winter, you get this really dry, cracked skin. It really benefits that. And here's the kicker. It is also an antioxidant. It also benefits mitochondrial function. So it supports healthy cellular energy production, reduces one of the hallmarks of aging, which is this free radical induced oxidation in the body. So that's a big one. That's number one, CoQ10. If I can give you a couple other ones,
Please do.
I want to tout astaxanthin, right? So CoQ10 is a powerful antioxidant. Astaxanthin is an even more powerful antioxidant. And again, this ingredient has real data behind it, multiple placebo-controlled studies in a human being as a supplement. If you take this ingredient and in the amounts that we include in our supplement, you can smooth wrinkles, you can make age spots smaller, and improves skin firmness and texture, helps maintain skin moisture, supports free radical scavenging, all of the things, and has clinical benefits on photo age skin. And these benefits can be seen in as little as 4 weeks. It's incredible. Again, astaxanthin is a naturally occurring compound, but unless you're eating lobster and or multiple servings of lobster and or sockeye salmon, natural wild caught sockeye salmon every single day, you're not going to get the amounts provided in the supplement. And even if you do, congratulations, you're eating lobster every day. You can double your intake if you add the supplement, and it's just such a powerful ingredient. Do I have time to give you one more?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting because I think that you've obviously done a lot of work on this. So let's have another.
Sure. Okay. So I'll just talk about how hyaluronic acid as a dietary supplement, not just, everybody's heard of hyaluronic acid. It's in a lot of creams, but not many people think about it in terms of longevity skincare taken systemically. But this ingredient, when it's placed as low molecular weight hyaluronic acid, this improves skin hydration, not just in your face, but all over your body. So imagine bathing in your lotion instead of just applying it to your face and neck. That's the impact it can have, while also reducing appearance of wrinkles and improving skin luster, not just in the face, all the skin of the body. Now, again, you're not going to get it. It does occur naturally in foods. Hyaluronic acid does occur if you consume a lot of organ meats, great. If you eat a lot of chicken skin, pig's feet, or if you have 3 cups of bone broth per day, you can get it. But it's one of these things that it's a nice thing to consume as a supplement, and incorporating it into a supplement routine. These are ingredients that I just think if you're going to do a supplement regime, and you really care about skin longevity, you would include these 3 ingredients at a minimum, along with the other ones that we've selected.
That's very interesting. So, Dana, you mentioned obviously clinical trials. So, Serena, what's happening with your studies? I mean, that's a very important part of people's perceptions of all products, right? That you're moving into clinical trials. So what's happening?
Yeah, and I think that's a really important part because, we say that a lot of companies do clinical trials, but we try to vet, these these ingredients that we use and our final product at really every step of the development. And I actually think that in some ways sets us apart. So we vetted every molecule, every ingredient that we use in terms of already existing human data to show that this would work, whether topically or as a supplement, and only used really, again, vetted studies and vetted ingredients. Then once we actually had our various products, we tested them individually as well as a system, because again, Aramore was created as a system. It was meant to work with you with your natural circadian system, with your with really the different aspects of cellular renewal throughout the day and the night, and that's an important concept. So, in terms of studies, we've at clinical trials of our finished products, we have actually done a handful of them. So we have looked at the energizing lotion, the AM energizing lotion, in 2 or 3 different studies. The first 2 have been as an independent agent. One was in 30 women with, aspects of clinical aging, aged, 20 to 60 years old. And that was vehicle controlled. And we found that there was improvement really across the board in metrics of hydration. Again, both subjective measurements by the subjects, how they felt, how their, what their skin looked like, but also independent and objective measures, using, corneometers, cutometers, looking at skin elasticity and hydration, and various objective measurements. We found that there was an improvement in skin hydration, in skin pigmentation, an overall sense of improvement in radiance. And that was even, between 4 and 8 weeks of use of just the energizing lotion alone. Right. We did a subsequent study in 29 individuals, women of different skin types, and actually found, again, across the board improvement in overall hydration, in radiance, in improvement in the pigmentation, and improvement in the visible signs of wrinkles, so reduction in wrinkles. And when assessed even as a supplement or with the supplement, so as a complete line, including both our energizing lotion, our PM restoration cream, the retinol peptide booster, as well as the vitalized supplement that Diana has been really spent her heart, soul, and so much of our energy developing. We essentially found that there was improvement across the board. 100% of the subjects with, again, objective and subjective measurement had improvement in dark spots, in wrinkles, in hydration, in that feeling and that appearance of radiance of the skin. So we're really excited to take it to the next level and actually show, as a group of scientists, we've created this and we've been able to really deliver.
Yeah, and I would say one other very interesting claim that came out of our recent energizing lotion study is that the strength of the moisture barrier was measured and it improved 53%.
Yeah, so these are obviously very, very interesting positions that you're getting into as a company now, because of course people are very, very focused on evidence. So will these studies be published eventually?
So we're in the process. Some of this is for our own, our own internal vetting and further development. Some of these studies, actually, we are in preparation of preparing. We're preparing to publish them as well. But I think this idea that you bring up that now, people are demanding evidence for the claims that we're making about skincare. And again, this is so important when you're talking about longevity, because you are investing in those building blocks that make you healthy. And in our case, your skin healthy. But as Diana has, will allude to and has alluded to before, this is so important for overall health, and even the things that you cannot see, right, that are fundamental to having a functioning, healthy barrier, and demanding that we begin to see the evidence of that is important. So we're trying to really live up to that standard, as women, as as moms, as users ourselves, and certainly as scientists.
Yeah, absolutely. So Diana, what are your thoughts on that?
about the fact that evidence is the number one most important priority in developing a longevity skincare product. I mean, I really believe that that's the only reason I was willing to join this team. Actually, the emphasis wasn't on let's push a product out. The emphasis was let's go to first principles, understand mechanisms of aging, and then ask the question, are there things that we could do to move the needle for people? And not just for some tiny subset of people. Can we show that this is going to benefit large percentage of the population when they try this out? And I just think the high integrity approach and the team that was assembled to build this product line speaks for itself, and now doesn't need to speak for itself because we have the clinical data to show it too. So it's it inspires a lot of confidence, and it makes me really proud to be part of this team.
Well, it's fascinating, and Erin, you're the CEO. You're representing the front line of the company. So you're here at this very interesting intersection between the beauty industry and, of course, the longevity space and a lot of this science that we've heard about. So I guess this is causing a paradigm shift, both reversing damage and preventing it in the first place. So maybe you could just talk to that experience you have in the front line of representing Aramore.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's really exciting because, the beauty industry has been really around like short-term quick fixes, really around, treating or trying to correct something once it's already happened. And skin longevity, on the other hand, is all about long-term skin health. And skin health really starts with cellular health. And cellular health is a function of cellular energy. So cells need energy to function. And of course, with age, that energy declines and our cells then, they lose their ability to function, which is ultimately what we know as aging. And this cellular energy, which comes in the form of NAD+, again, it declines with age. And our cells then lose their ability to function. So our co-founder, Anna Mandanova, who is at the Harvard Stem Cell Institute, she figured out how to boost NAD+ in skin cells specifically. And, no one had done this before. And the result of this is skin that can look and act younger, longer.
Well, fascinating. So what made you join Aramore? Because obviously this is a very exciting company in a very, very exciting space, but I guess there are other reasons too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the beauty industry for close to 25 years and, I've seen how it works from the inside. And as a result, I'm a little bit jaded, I have to say. And, Aramore is different. It's a company that's rooted in real science. We started with a discovery in stem cells, not just making another skincare product. And, you just have this phenomenally highly credentialed team of scientists, co-founders, most of whom are women, which is, extra fantastic. And, they're longevity scientists. So there's, really this shared mission to help people, to help women age better. And I certainly want to age better myself. So I was very excited to join the company.
Great. Well, obviously, there's a lot of very interesting things happening in the space now. We see the luxury industry sitting up and taking stock of what's happening in the longevity field. Obviously, the anti-aging aesthetics market as well. So where is Aramore heading next?
Yeah, I mean, we're really just getting started. Women's needs, particularly women's health needs, have been ignored for far too long. The longevity space is still really dominated by men. And we see an opportunity to execute on our mission, to help women age better and to give them the tools so they can, look their best, feel their best, and continue to do the things that they love to do for the rest of their lives.
Well, of course, it's fascinating to see the growth of your company and likewise the science now coming out into the marketplace. So presumably people just go to your website and they can buy online. Is that basically it, or are you available in other channels or will be soon?
Right now, the best place to find us is on our website, which is aramoreskincare.com. We also love people to follow us on Instagram, and we will be launching in retail next year. So more to come.
Great. Well, good luck with that. And well, thank you all for joining us today. It's been fascinating, and I've definitely learned some things. And I guess I need to start thinking about my neck as well, as I'm now in my mid-50s. So
Your
great.
whole skin, your whole skin.
Yes, I guess this is the thing that people see most of the time now on camera. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, Serena, it's definitely all over. But well, thank you so much for all your time today. It's been wonderful, and look forward to seeing your successes as you start going retail next year. That sounds really, really, really exciting.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much, Phil.